Hey everyone, it's Justice for Comics. I wanted to shoot a video here on New Comic Book Wednesday, October 10th. I'm going to be highlighting some books that are coming out the following Wednesday. So every Wednesday when I do these videos, it's for comic books that are coming out the next Wednesday so that you can have time to prepare and pick those up if you haven't already pre-ordered them. So I wanted to first off show off a book that I picked up today at one of my local comic book shops. I had never had this book. You know, a lot of people do. It's the first appearance of Miles Morales. He's going to be in the new Spider-Verse movie. So this book's been heating up. You know, back in the day, this was probably a $10, $15, $20 book at the most for a long time. And then when the news of the Spider-Verse movie broke, you know, this thing exploded in value. You know, raw near mint copies were going for $75, $80. CGC 9.8s are going for big money. I think they still are. I think they're still going for $300, $400 at least. So this was on the wall at one of my local shops. They had $50 on it, and I offered them $40. That's kind of what it goes for on the low end on eBay, is about $40, and he took it. So I'm happy with it. You know, the condition of it's really, really good. It's not in the poly bag. It is a first print, and spine's really, really tight. Really nice sharp edges. You know, no major flaws, front or back. You know, definitely, you know, easily a 9.6. I don't think it's a 9.8, but I think it's pretty easily a 9.6. So real happy with the book. Nice thing to have in my collection. It's also, if you don't know, it's also the first appearance of Reed Richards as the Maker. So, you know, Reed Richards kind of in the Ultimate Universe kind of goes crazy and decides that he needs to evolve the human race, and the weak genetically need to be destroyed or done away with. So it looks like in Venom number 7, Cates is kind of bringing that into the storyline, bringing the Ultimate Reed Richards into that. So it's probably going to heat. I'm imagining it's going to heat this book up, perhaps, and also maybe Ultimate Fantastic Four number 1. That's the first appearance of the alternate Reed Richards in the Marvel Universe. So those would be 2 books, and you know, those Ultimate Fantastic Four number 1s. I mean, they're probably in a lot of dollar bins. So I would imagine you might see those come out of dollar bins, and that could be a $10, $15 book easily. Obviously, this is already a fairly expensive book. If you can buy this below $50, I would definitely, you know, in pretty high grade, I would definitely pick that up. So that's just one to keep your eye on if you don't have it already, like I didn't until today. So glad to have picked that up and put that in the old personal collection. I wanted to highlight the books that I'm going to be picking up for this, for next Wednesday. Let me zoom in a little bit better here. So we've got Dark Horse. I don't think I have anything on my pull list for Dark Horse. DC. I've been collecting the Aquaman Middleton covers. This is not my favorite. It's okay. I'll probably pick it up just because I've been doing that entire run. But the writing on Aquaman's been very good, so the story's been worth getting the book for. And I don't know. I think I like the A cover better on Aquaman. I don't think I'm gonna do the Middleton cover, and might just do the A cover on that. That is a pretty cool image right there. Batman 57. I get those. I pretty much get the A cover every month on that. That's a nice Tony Daniel image. And of course, Matina. You gotta love the old Matina cover. I think that's his artwork is always fantastic. I always buy that every time it comes out. Oops. Let me go down a little further here. Oh, not all the way down. Sorry, guys. We were back with DC. Let me make sure we go. Yeah, here we go. Okay. All right. Oh, cover 2's coming out. I didn't like cover 1. You got a Cinquinids. I can't pronounce. I can never pronounce his name. Good old. We'll just call him Bill. You know, it's a pretty cool cover, but you know, issue 1, number 1 did not impress me. It was sort of very laborious to get through. It was a lot of dialogue, very little action. You know, typical of Bendis. He's all dialogue. I didn't care for it. I picked up number 1 and I kind of regret it. I'll probably try to sell it. I don't like Bendis sometimes, and you know, hey, if you like lots of dialogue and little action, then you should be picking up cover, because that's right up your alley. Green Lantern, that's a cool image. I like that cover. That's pretty neat. Might pick that up. Justice League Dark, you've got a nice foil cover as the A cover. That definitely is worth picking up. I like that. I've been enjoying that series. And then you've got the Capullo cover, which I can't seem to pull up. All right. You got the regular Justice League. Sorry, guys, my internet's causing me problems. So there's a regular Justice League Jim Lee cover. That's pretty cool. Interesting that the pencil version, which is pretty nice, is only $25. These had been, I mean, basically the pencil versions of Lee's artwork had been going for around $60 to $70 every month. So it's interesting that they've been lowering it, and that is just a cool cover. Don't know if I want to shell out $25 for that, but yeah, it's a pretty nice image, no doubt about it. Nightwing, you've got a foil cover there. That's pretty cool. Howard Porter cover. Go down a little bit further here. Other things I've been picking up. These Teen Titans Garner covers. I've been kind of getting those. That's not my favorite. I've been enjoying that Teen Titans though lately. It's been pretty good. Lucifer Volume 3, number 1 is out, and it's going to be under that Sandman series. So if you're into the Sandman series of books, you may want to pick that up. I don't look at Dynamic Entertainment very much. Let me skip that. IDW I don't really look at. Let me skip that. Image. I enjoyed Cemetery Beach number 1, so I'm probably going to continue that. I'll pick up the second issue. I like Warren Ellis. I think he's a good writer. Most of his stuff is pretty good, so I'll be picking that up. Try that out. East of West, I've been buying that since issue number 1. It's kept me pretty much captivated the whole time. I mean, there's been some times that it's dragged a little bit. I'm wondering if they're going to stop at issue 50. A lot of these Image titles, they'll sometimes run to issue 50, and then that's it. I don't know if the sales on that book are consistent or not. I have to check that sometime. Gideon Falls, that's really been a good series. I'll definitely be picking that up. A cover's pretty cool. I like that image. Very good. I would highly recommend you continue that series. I think that might be it for Image for me. I've been buying Skyward. It's been pretty good. The artwork's really good. The story's been nice. So I'll probably continue with Skyward. I might go 10 issues on it and then reassess if I want to keep purchasing it or not. We go down into the Marvel. I wonder if these Galactic Icon covers have been pretty good. There's Jabba the Hutt. Obviously, anything that's Darth Vader or Boba Fett is worth buying, because that tends to sell out pretty quickly. Not so sure Boba Fett will, but Jabba will. Jabba the Hutt. Go down a little further here. On Marvel. Marvel Zombie is out. I'm picking up the Unhook Lee cover. It's kind of cool. I'll try it out. See if I've had collected the previous Marvel Zombie volumes. I think volume 1 and 2. I've got both those sets, so I'll give that a try and see if it's any good. Old Man Logan. I've been buying that. Continuing with that series, it's winding down. It ends at issue 50. So we're getting close to the end on that. I'm not into Shuri. Thor. I've been enjoying Thor, and I love that cover. I'm always a fan of Ribick's artwork. He's one of the top cover artists, in my opinion. I definitely will pick that up. And then you've also got a variant cover. It's not too bad. It's kind of a cool image. As we go down a little further here. What If Ghost Rider? I'll probably be picking that up. I like that cover. That's pretty cool. And yeah, the Ghost Rider, it's an interesting take on it with the car instead of the motorcycle. So I'll try that out, see if it's any good. Now we're on to Independence. I know there was an Independent in here that I might be getting. Let's see here. Go down a little further here. Oh yeah, Scout Comics. So Scout has some pretty cool covers. I'll try the Source out, see what that's all about. That could be really good. You've got a couple variant covers that look pretty neat. That's supposedly a glow-in-the-dark cover. The Mall has been popular. I noticed the B covers sold out already on Midtown. So that might be worth getting. The Scout tends to have pretty low print runs on a lot of their books, so they do tend to sell out fairly quickly. You've got this other publisher, Silver Sprocket. You Can Try Again. Don't really know how to read and see what that's about. I don't know. That might be worth getting. Yeah, Source Point Press. I mean, this is another publisher. They rarely come out with a book. You know, they got this Family Graves. They've got this new one, Holliston Carnival Carnage one shot. You know, it's kind of a very cartoony artwork, but a pretty high price tag. A $6 book, out of stock, so that's sold out. They've got a couple other ones here. Org #1. So, you know, if you like independent comic books and want to try them out, you know, I would try out issue #1s. And they usually do have very, very low print runs. So, you know, if something really takes off and becomes popular, that's a good way to do it, you know, to see some extra value in your collection, is to go with those low print run books. I think that was it. That was kind of what I wanted to highlight for this week. For next week that's coming out. You know, my tastes aren't everybody's, so, you know, there may be some books in here that you think are worth getting that maybe I didn't highlight. If that's the case, please leave a comment on that. I'd love to hear your opinion on a book that I should be getting that I'm not, that I maybe didn't mention and maybe I'm not picking up, and that I should give a try. So I would love to get some feedback on that. Oh yeah, Venom. I forgot. Venom's is new next week. And you've got the Stegman cover and the Bill Sienkiewicz. God, I have a hard time with that damn name. Sienkiewicz. I'm pretty sure I'm off on that. It's a really cool image. I don't know why Midtown is not showing the image. Or I'll Google it for you. That's Venom #8 variant. I don't know if I think I've shown it before. It's a red cover. It's a really, really cool image. Yeah, here it is. Yeah. So that's going to be the variant on that. I would imagine in the next few days it'll sell out. It's a pretty cool image. I love it. It's a really cool, red. I love red covers. Red and black covers are my favorite. So I would imagine this is going to sell out. So I'm picking up 2 copies of this. And if I were you, I'd pick it up as well. So I think that was the only other one I wanted to highlight, was the Venom. You know, if you're not buying Venom, you should be. It's, definitely worth getting original issues on. I think they're going to be talking about that run for a long time to come with Cates' writing. And if you didn't know already, also, I don't know if you collected God Country back in the day. I did, and I remember paying pretty good money for the first first issue. I mean, I think the week it came out, that was a hot book. And, I think I paid like $15 or $20 for issue number 1 on that. And that just got optioned for a movie. So I think who picked that up was Legendary Pictures, optioned that with Cates. So the problem you've got now is Cates is becoming extremely popular, and what you could see is he gets pulled away from doing a lot of comic book writing to do script and movie writing, which is obviously way more lucrative. So the bad news, he does have a contract with Marvel that goes out a few more years, but don't be surprised if you see him writing a lot less because of his potential movie career, especially if that God Country takes off. That's going to give him a lot of money. He has rights to it. That's going to give him the option to do a lot more things that he wants to do, which may not be necessarily writing Marvel comic books. So keep that in mind. Good news, bad news, right? He got that book option, which will be very good for him financially. But bad news is it may probably eventually will pull him away from writing comics at some point, I would imagine. So that's all I had for this week. I'd love to hear your comments. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell for notifications. And please leave a comment if you haven't already done so. I would love to hear your feedback. Maybe some books that I should have highlighted that I didn't, especially if I didn't mention maybe a first appearance of a character that's coming out. I missed that a lot of times, so I would love to have everybody contribute to that. So that's it. It's Wednesday. Go get your comic books if you haven't already. And by the way, I'm down here in Florida, but nowhere near the epicenter of the hurricane. So I live down here in Tampa, and yeah, we've just had a lot of rain today, a lot of rain bands coming through, but no major problems. A little bit of wind. As far as I know, no one's lost power around here, so we're all good where I'm at. Panama City, the Panhandle of Florida, that's probably going to be rough for a while. So I hope everybody does well, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks, guys.